This is Awesome St. John, Jason, the original Red Ranger. You are watching the Morphin Network.
This Morphin Network video is sponsored by Ranger Stop Convention and Ranger Stop and Pop. Have you ever wanted to see all your favorite Power Rangers together in one epic convention? Go to Ranger Stop! Ranger Stop and Pop! June 10th and 12th, 2022. Atlanta, Georgia. Ranger Stop 8. November 11th to the 13th, 2022. Orlando, Florida. Get your tickets now.
More than human, more than demon, we are now one. We are Kamen Rider Revice. Yeah, new episode of Revice. Well, technically not super new episode, new to me, not to you guys, but still, it's episode 27 and 28 of Kamen Rider Revice. Combined, we call it a Tyrant's Rampage, Beyond Fear, Gale, and Thunder. Yeah, and oh man, these two episodes, wow, we're actually steamrolling, because when we reviewed episodes 25 and 26, things were starting to get better, and now they're continuing to get better. We're finally getting good things happening here on the show, and hopefully we'll be fully caught up by episode 40. But now you might be wondering what the heck happened to Mike, but unfortunately I had some stuff you have to take care of, so it's just me today. I am TimeRider Zero, but I'm never truly alone because I got my inner demon, because I am the frog. Yeah, it doesn't look as good without the ranger suit. But no, I love that you actually have both the movie and the TV show version of the ninja mask. And yes, as you know, Johnny's my homeboy. So when I saw this today at Target, I had to get it. And of course, if you want to see me this weekend, I will be at Robo Toy Fest. Be sure to pick up one of these while you're there, because I love the fact that the mascot for Robo Toy Fest is in Lego form. Scott, if you're watching this, I'm loving it. Anyways. So, onto the actual episode. Oh my god, so much stuff happens here, and it's really awesome. First things first, where we left off in the previous episode, we actually got the new holy form for Kamen Rider Live, and it is so beautiful. He mops the floor with old Tekka and his demon's driver, but when Icky goes on a rampage, naturally, the younger brother and sister have to work together, and watching them work together with the new rider suit, I love that, because sometimes in Kamen Rider, whenever a rider gets a new form, they just go solo for like a good episode or two when it comes to the fight scenes. So the fact that they're still working together despite having a new form, I actually really like that. And of course, we actually do find out some more backstory of the family. Turns out their mom actually knew that Genta was Kamen Rider Vale, and they were hiding it from their kids. And of course, she's like, yeah, I still love him anyways, and I know he'll be okay. We got to have faith in him and whatnot. And I love the dedication. It's not often you see romantic couples putting so much faith into each other. And I actually very much appreciate that. By the way, it's been Mother's Day last week, so, be sure to hug your mom, because sometimes your mom is one of the most loyal person that you could have in your life. Anyways, so a lot of stuff happens, and we find out that Sakura went full heel turn. Well, not so much full heel turn, but she has completely committed herself to the weekend. And I'm wondering, how is this going to affect the family dynamic if she's the only one who joins weekend? Is she going to end up having to fight against Daiji and against Icky, and I wonder how things are going to play out because, again, we're still not sure where Weekend stands on the whole Dead Man, the whole GIF thing, the whole Phoenix thing, because we don't know who the good guys are. And given the fact that the new director of Phoenix is very shady, and I'm going to call it, he's one of the bad guys. I have no idea what that was. I'm curious where they're going to go with Sakura here. But more importantly, I find it especially interesting that Aguilera wants to get back with GIF and tries to become more powerful. But of course, GIF ends up rejecting her, and Old Techo taunts her for it because, like, you're a level 3 Giftarian, and you have no place to be a vessel anymore. And I'm like, ouch. And the thing is, I feel bad for Julio because, he's just trying to live the best human life. If you're like, I honestly, I feel there's some parallels between Julio in Kamen Rider Revice and between Void Knight from Power Rangers Dino Fury. Do you guys see that connection in any way? Because they look very similar because they both want to just live their best lives, but the female lead that they're involved with has an alternate agenda that involves conquering or destroying something. And that makes me a little sad because, like, it's bad when your ideals clash with each other, like Luna Lovegood and Neville Longbottom. Sure, they share that kiss, but it won't last. Yeah, and of course we get something really cool. George lives out the fan dream. All of us, our dreams have been realized, and he becomes the new Kamen Rider Demons. Is he going to stay as Kamen Rider Demons? And if so, I'm excited. I want to see him on the field more. We know he's ripped. We know that George has gains, and he knows how to use them. So seeing him as Demons, I'm like, let's go! But of course, it doesn't last long because, this is the first time he ever transformed. But still awesome. Just, what'd you guys think when you saw him transform for the first time? And of course, Icky has to deal with his issues with Vice. There's a whole dream sequence going on, and the two of them finally become one because beforehand, they used to fight side by side. Then they end up having to switch places in a single body. Now their minds are completely merged together, like Kamen Rider W Cyclone Joker Extreme. And I'm wondering, is this his final form? Like, is this going to be his final form, or is it going to be like one more form, like sometime in the mid-30s that we don't know about? And it's going to be like a new, more powerful form than this. But the fact that their minds are now one, they're no longer Kamen Rider Revi, they're no longer Kamen Rider Vice. They are Kamen Rider Revice. They are now the writer that this show is named after. It's Kamen Rider Revice. I'm just super excited. Kamen Rider Revice. We finally see Revice on the show. It took us 27 episodes to see the titular writer. And it did not disappoint. It did not disappoint. It was beautiful. It was very beautiful. What are you guys' thoughts on finally seeing Kamen Rider Revice? Like the actual Kamen Rider Revice. Not Revi and Vice. Revice. I could go on for a hot minute talking about this tangent. Oh my God. That was just beautiful. And the way he took down Olteca was just amazing, super fast. He was like the Flash when he fought against Lex Luthor powered by Brainiac. It was awesome, just super awesome. And of course, the episode ends with the father wanting to team up with his son, but he refuses. But I wonder, will this grudge last, or will they end up having to work together in the future? Only time will tell. What did you guys thought of the episode? Did you like it? Did you dislike it? What are your thoughts? Where do you think the show's going to go moving forward? Obviously, some of you know a lot better than I do because you guys have been keeping up with the show. I'm only on episode 28, so I'm only 6 episodes behind. But I'm going to catch up in a few weeks, so we're good. We're good. We're going to catch up in like 5 weeks, I think. I hope. Yeah. These 2 episodes, they both get a 10 out of me because A lot of good stuff is happening here, and we're being consistently good here. If this was Legend of Korra, which I've obviously compared the show to in the past, we're finally at season 3 of Legend of Korra as far as Revice goes, where like finally the writers know where they're going, and they're going somewhere really good, and I am loving it. 10 out of 10 for both episodes. I love the choreography. I love the new suits. I love the direction they went with the two main characters. And now I'm just excited to see where they're going to go with George, with Sakura, with Genta leaving the family for a period of time. Are we going to see Vale again as a writer? Who knows? Well, you guys probably know. But I'm curious. Anyways, this was today's episode of Rider Time Podcast, episodes 27, 28 of Kamen Rider Revice. Join us next week when we do episodes 29 and 30. And probably some other crazy stuff is going to happen in the next 2 episodes, as they should. And I'm curious to see if Vicky will get another new form, because as far as this is concerned, I don't mind this being his final form, because they're now Revice. Revice. Best match. Revice. Okay. Anyways, this has been a great show. I hope you guys loved it too. And I hope to see you guys again next week. But show's not completely over yet, because in less than an hour, at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time and 8 Eastern Standard Time, join our sister show, The Buttery Show, where we will review George of the Jungle, the very first movie I saw in a movie theater. And of course, you can please like, subscribe, follow, ding the bell icon for both Morphin Network and The Buttery Show if you want to see our movie reviews, interviews with various actors. I just finished watching Kikai Sentai Zenkaiger, so as soon as there's another new episode of a Sentai Hero special, I hope they invite me on to discuss our final thoughts on the season. And, I'm going to get started on watching Dawn Brothers as well, because, I want to be caught up on Super Sentai and Kamen Rider as well. And, of course, be sure to check out our next episode of reviewing Dino Fury, where Centaur's got some more hijinks coming up. Until then, guys, I'll see you next time. Bye.
This is Austin St. John, Jason.
What happened? Austin St. John, what are you doing here? I was hoping Johnny Young Bosch would show up. Oh, well. See you guys.